Simon, who says it can't do this time and stuff, right? Good afternoon, and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans. Here's a desk a mess. Um, he's not out of the way. Brian Wilson, breaking news. Brian Wilson has just been speaking to Celtic fans outside the ground. Brian Wilson's trying to appease Celtic supporters and trying to get unity. Now, why is that? More on that. Let me just double check the microphone situation. We'll put this a bit better so that we get the audio right this afternoon. So the breaking news today is the fact that Brian Wilson has been speaking to Celtic fans this afternoon. Big afternoon. Big shout out to everyone who is in the chat. I'm going to try and see if I can get this video. I have just put it up as a short on the channel. Let me just see if we can get this. And I'm going to zoom in on Brian Wilson. Obviously, I can't hear what he's saying because the person that took the video isn't standing close enough. He's not standing close enough for us to hear what he's saying. But then I'll just play this. I'm trying to see if this is... Now, is that... That looks like Green Brigade and boys that he's speaking to. It does look like Green Brigade and boys that he's speaking to. Yeah, it does. There's some other fans there as well. But it does look like he's speaking to some of... 2 seconds, I think I recognise someone. Where is... I'll just WhatsApp someone. Where's Rod Stewart? After Friday's statement, Parkhead should be out. Oh, God, Jesus, I'm not starting this today. Seriously? Brian says after Friday's statement, Celtic Park should be empty. Well, it's not going to be empty today. But anyway, I'm not reading any negative comments today. So if you're putting in negativity and you wonder why your comments aren't getting read, it's because I can't be arsed with the negativity anymore. And it's good to see Brian Wilson. I'm going to say fair play to him. It's good to see that he is out there with the fans, speaking to the fans, rather than hiding behind, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. I mean, he can't make any decisions outside speaking to fans, but anyway, let's turn our thoughts to the game today, which was all meant to be the case until seeing the video of Brian Wilson speaking to Celtic fans outside Celtic Park. Before today's match, boys Celtic will be doing a collection around the stadium to support their legal fees. Do the crime, can't do the time, can't pay the lawyer. Can't make it up. That's what you call just can't get enough. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Right, let's jump into the Celtic FC Twitter and see what Celtic are saying to it this afternoon. Nice blue skies over Celtic Park. Beautiful. Look at that. There, look, that's the best. That's what you call a skyline. That's beautiful. You know what I mean? That's ah. If only. If only. Eddie says that he's leaving for the game in half an hour, faithful through and through. And quite right, mate. Quite right. Um, Quite right. And don't blame you. Don't blame you. Right, let's jump back into this screen, and there is who the ref and everything is this afternoon. Team news should be out in around about 10 minutes time. Let me just see if this is updated. It has, and then the live fixtures as well. Livingston kick off a little bit later. Interesting. Yeah, I'm just reading that one from Sarah. I'm going to get that one up. Um, we do need positive energy because I think the negativity at the club is getting to everyone. It's getting everyone down. I mean, I've purposely not been looking at a lot of the comments because when you go in and the negativity is just fucking all encompassing. I think that we just need to get back to trying being a little bit positive about the football club because, like you say, we are on the cusp of. Don't know. This will be the season that will be defining. This season will be defining when it comes to Celtic. But anyway, Tobias starts for Sunderland. Don't care, mate. Don't care. We didn't buy him. He had a broken left foot or whatever. He was injured, and we didn't make the move. You go and watch him all you want. I couldn't care less, to be honest. And that's just the honest truth, mate. I don't. When players don't come to Celtic, when players leave Celtic, that is it. Um, yeah, I kind of gathered that, Sarah. The DNS, the DAA. Maybe you're thinking about. Same time, it's kick off at Livy. Well, there's a goal. We've got a double. Oh, that's even more reason to watch the watch along this afternoon. Then, so hopefully, it's a tad muffled. Shouldn't be a tad muffled. Try coming out and coming back in. I'll double check it. That is a tad. Why is it? DT. Let's come back in through. That should be at back. Yes, it's telling me it's back. We'll just see if YouTube. And it's saying it's back, but why is it not coming through YouTube? There we go. That's it. It's back to normal. There we go. It's back to normal. Ha ha! See, live television. Luckily, the dog's lying down there sleeping. Jesus, too many Cruz Campos. Not had one today. But yeah, that is the sound back. Oh, it's all fun and games at the top level stuff, isn't it? I mean, it must be great having these perfect studios and stuff. Anyway, the Celtic team will be out in roughly around about 6 seconds. Around about 6 seconds. No, it's 6 minutes. See, I'm reading. I'm looking at start. I'm going to have to take this off. I'm absolutely boiling with this on now. Let me see if there's any interesting headlines. No, I think that the biggest headline of the day with regards to Celtic fans is that Brian Wilson obviously has been speaking to fans outside the ground before the Hibernian game. I wonder if we'll manage to hear what he is saying. It's Joseph McCafferty that took the video, who's a journalist. And he didn't walk over and stick the camera in front of him to get the audio. A paid journalist and he's hiding rather than just walking over and recording the audio. Oh, I'm glad I'm a YouTuber. I'm glad I'm a YouTuber. But we'll get this back on. Let's just get the clear picture of Brian Wilson. It's not really a clear picture of him, is it? Yeah, that's probably about the best one. And then we'll just share that screen again. And there we go. Brian Wilson speaking with the fans. I wonder what he's saying. Jim Lister, we shouldn't be looking at anyone without a manager. That's my thoughts on it. We can be linked with people all we want. I think it's disgraceful that we're being, if we're getting linked with players. I mean, don't get me started on that. It means that the next manager that comes in is going to be Ronnie Dyler Max 2. Don't know, if we start signing players on pre-contract agreements and shit, forget it. Whatever Brian Wilson's saying to the fans today is going to be complete nonsense, because the next manager that comes in is going to be a caretaker. He's not going to be a manager. You're going to end up with John Collins as an assistant. And anyway, that's enough. And listen, we don't do that great with South Americans. You fans are bastards. Oh, Jesus. But anyway, right. Let's get off this screen and get ready for the team news, the Martin O'Neill team news. We're all over the place this morning. Martin O'Neill will definitely play Casper. You just know it's going to happen, isn't it? We're going to play Casper and that's it. We're just going to go fucking... I know, it's crazy if we do play Casper, but it makes you wonder. It does make you wonder. TV, Celtic TV exclusive with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. What, a bigger exclusive than the one that they did on YouTube? 404 era. Good, you've got to love Celtic. Honestly. The inability for Celtic seem to do I mean, there's a tweet that they've put out, right? Celtic TV exclusive, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, the Ox previews Celtic Hibs. You can watch the full interview here. Click on the full interview and you get a 404 error. Oh, it's what they get. You get what you pay for on social media, you know, and putting a bunch of kids, 20-year-olds in charge of a media platform, it's just bonkers. It is just bonkers. It's worse than bonkers. 1 minute to go, thank goodness, so I could stop havering. Stop havering and slavering, because the Hibbies are in town. The Hibbies. Jeez. Not the force that they used to be, weren't they? I mean, they used to be one of the top squads back in the 1980s. Top guys. Fucking Hibbies. They ran quite a lot of stuff, did the Hibbies back in the day. Beautiful Celtic Park. I'm just seeing some of the comments. 30 seconds or something to go. Celtic TV is run by the Teletubbies. Ugh, it's unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, if you're going to put out, click here for this, and then you got a 404 error. And the team should be out. Remember a couple of weeks ago when they put the wrong team out? Team's out. Schmeichel, Rojo. Schmeichel starting. Should I even bother reading out the rest of the team? It's just, it's woeful. Why? Why is he not doing? What is it going wrong with them? Honestly, there is the team. Just get me there. It is Schmeichel, Araujo, Trusty, Scales, Tierney, McGregor, Oxlade, Chamberlain, Benji, Yang, Tenecte, and Tam the check up front. He's obviously had enough of Hatate and Dies Maeda. But why not Schmeichel? I thought he had to start Oxlade Chamberlain. It's quite windy today. I'm sure people sitting next to you at Celtic Park won't mind. Casper the undroppable goalkeeper. The flying potato. Oh, I don't mind 10 of the 11. On the bench, Sinisalo, Adamu, McCowan, Sarachi, Maeda, Hatate, Arthur, Benjamin Arthur, James Forrest, and Donovan. Still, no place on the bench for one of the players that were brought in the last window. Vuka. All eyes will be on Kasper Schmeichel today. It is as simple as that. All eyes will be on Kasper Schmeichel. There's no taking away from it. There's just no taking away from that today. It's just, I hope to God Martin O'Neill knows what the hell he's doing, because there's a lot of fans do not want Kasper Schmeichel anywhere near the team. There's a lot of fans giving Kasper Schmeichel complete belters that are completely justified as far as I'm concerned. The justification for the amount of muck-ups, cock-ups. Hibs will know the exact same as every other team in football is just hit it to the left. Schmeichel can't be blamed for a lot of these goals. Too many pass backs putting pressure on the goalkeeper. Needs sorted out. Kasper Schmeichel also putting the defenders under pressure. Do you know, when you've got a goalkeeper that passes it to a player that's got two players around them, that's stupid. It's completely stupid. Kick the ball upfield. You know, we're going to lose the ball anyway. You'd be as well losing the ball 40, 50 yards for your own goal rather than lose the ball 25 yards for goal. It's just my thinking. I'm not a professional football player, but, you know, Schmeichel hasn't helped himself. But anyway, Jabba the Hutt in goals. Fuck it, we're just getting mad with it today. If you're not at Celtic Park, nip into a pub right now, and if you're heading to Celtic Park, go in and order 3 double vodkas just to get you through the game today. Because I think it's maybe 3 double vodkas you'll need before kick-off time. You've got a bit of time to go. You've got an hour before you really need to be at the ground. Don't know, maybe about 45 minutes. Go and get 3 double vodkas. Keep on listening to this video and the boozer, but go and get 3 double vodkas, neck them, and then you'll be fair play to go into the game today. Kasper, is Kasper our liability? Scott, do you blame me? Come on, Martin O'Neill had a choice to make today. I mean, the good thing is it's a settled back four. Let's look at the positives of the team selection. The positives, it's a solid back four. It's the only back four that you can really start with. Arojo, Trusty Scales, Kieran Tierney. The change I said would happen in midfield. McGregor, Oxlade Chamberlain, Benji Negrin. Now, can Oxlade Chamberlain last 90 minutes? I reckon that he can. His physical fitness is there. You know, he spoke in his interview about match sharpness. You know, not fitness. You know, it's all about minutes on the pitch and training time. Training on just normal training games doesn't get you match sharp. So how sharp will he be for the best part of the game? Who will then come on? Whom will come on if Oxlade Chamberlain has to come off towards... You're hoping that Oxlade Chamberlain lasts 90 minutes, aren't you? I've not even got any water. Damn, that was silly. Um, you're hoping Oxlade Chamberlain does last 90 minutes because you're not wanting Benji Negrin to go off either. That's probably the combination of the three best midfielders that we have at the moment. Yang coming on for Daiz and Maeda rather than Tenekti. I would say that had to happen also because Daiz and Maeda as a player, it's not happening for Dyson, is it? Um, it's just not happening for him at all. So, with that being said, the fact that Brian Wilson was outside Celtic Park, I'm going to see if there's anything else on Twitter, and then I'm going to dive into some of your comments. Oi, oi, oi. I've got to show you this one. There's a bit of breaking news. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor has a cunning plan to retain his titles. Got to have some banter. I need something to cheer us up. But anyway, getting back to the team. There's a couple of super chats coming. Let me get them. Danny Cassie says, "Hi, John, the truck driver legend says, Stanton Michael, God help us. I think we need a wee prayer to St. Jude. I wonder what will happen to Mvuka going forward. Hopefully, Ox lasts the duration and as a replacement on Hitati, God help us." I wonder what the thinking was with dropping Daiz and Maeda for Yang. I mean, Yang he is a little live wire, isn't he? And I think that Hitati and Dyson do need dropped. And if they are just seeing out their game time at Celtic, if they're just seeing out the season, should they even be on the bench? Should we be giving other players a chance? No Balak Wisha either. I mean, who do you bring on? Who do you take off the bench to bring on to have Balak Wisha on the bench? Surely you're going to have Mvuka on the bench before. I mean, personally, I wouldn't have Dyson Maeda or Hitati on the bench because they're not. Martin O'Neill can come out and say that they're whatever, but they're not interested. They're definitely not interested. Young gives us way more than Maeda at the moment. Yes, that's why you start him. But surely one of the newer, younger guys could have came into Celtic. The guys that came in the last window would give you a bit more energy than Dyson. Dyson's only given us around about 70%, 80% maximum. He's just not trying. If anything, he should have bonus money taken away from him. So the fact that, I mean, I wouldn't even get him on the bench so that he doesn't get any win bonus money. Yang has been one of our better players this season. Yes, my boy Yang is back. Starting off my weekly Yang Bang bet. I just love reading the comments sometimes. Wish somebody would just like my Yang Bang bet. There's so many things you could say to that. But anyway, Who's up for another last minute winner? Lol, don't say that. The fact that we're playing Oxlade-Chamberlain says that we're going to have a right good go in midfield. And it should hopefully, you won't see as much of Callum McGregor giving it pointy, because he doesn't need to give it pointy when Chamberlain's on. You need to watch that. So the two players for me to watch this afternoon, my eyes will be taken to see what exactly Callum McGregor does in this game from the start, since Oxlade-Chamberlain is starting. And it's also, I'm going to keep an eye on Yang, just to see if Yang can maybe get Tenecti looking a bit better. Dyson looks like Rocky chasing that chicken. You're all waiting on a Yang bang. Anyway, Brian Wilson. Celtic. Let me just see if there's anybody else got any further information. Nothing. Nothing. And is there anything from? Mind you, we want to keep it to the people that he spoke to, won't he? Nothing. Right, let's get some of the comments up, because it is an interesting team. Big Tam, he really needs to start producing, doesn't he? I mean, he is getting a lot of physicality in up front. He's given us something better, but do we need to play with the front two? And do we need to say for instance, we dropped Benji Nigrin and brought on, I mean, even looking at the bench, we're really, I mean, you've got Junior Adamu on the bench as a potential striker replacement for Tam the Czech. But if you wanted to go 4-4-2, would you be better dropping, for instance, say Benji Nigrin, and then pulling Yang and Tenecti into the winger role from midfield to solidify the midfield, and then playing Big Tam the Czech and Junior up front, Junior Adamu up front? That's the big one. And then just go 4-4-2. Martin O'Neill's never went 4-4-2 before, but let me just jump back into some of the comments. My dad lost weight. I should have sent Casper his diet sheet. That team, they know they need to win today, or the title is gone. If we drop anyone, that's fine. Danny Cassie. Says he would keep him in the team. Brian Wilson, brave face-to-face fans. Where are the rest of them? And Brian Wilson is the man that will be here longer than the rest of them, to be honest. I think the rest of them are on a sugary peg, as they say. And by the sounds of it, it looks like there could be some change when it comes to the board this summer. McGregor, the droppable negative captain. Watch another disappearing masterclass, says Green Fargo. I think it's an interesting one today with Callum. I think that you'll see more of Callum McGregor because Oxlade-Chamberlain's in the team, rather than Dies and Maeda. He has to make up. Callum's basically playing the position of two players when Dies and Maeda's not playing. When Rio Hitati is playing, and when you take Rio Hitati out of the team and bring in Chamberlain, I think it should allow McGregor a bit more time on the ball to and to go forward. But we'll wait and see. Oxlade Chamberlain will obviously be playing further forward, but he'll get into positions where Callum can get the ball to him. Unlike Rio Hitati, who seems to just pass the ball backwards all the time. Here's one of the scariest thoughts of the season. To sum up how bad this season is, Scales, who is no more than an Aberdeen level player, was the early tip for our player of the year, and Yang has been one of our best players. That is one of the best comments ever. It does show you how bad, and you know, a lot of people saying, well, you need to get Yang on. We need to get Yang on. Well, it does show you how far we've came down. Tam Benji before Adamu. Tam and Benji before Adamu. Would you play Benji up front then? Can Benji play up front as part of a front two? I mean, he does have the goals. So who would you drop out of midfield then? You would have to drop. I mean, you're going to have to drop someone. So it's an interesting one. Put Benji up front, but then you're either going to have to use. You want to retain the wingers, so it's either Oxlade Chamberlain or McGregor that gets dropped. And that's not going to happen. So do you drop Yang and then have a midfield of McGregor, Chamberlain, Tenekti. Anyway, it's two up front, bringing McCown out wide for Yang. Could do that. Just change the formation around. Yang last year was nowhere near the first 11. This is very true. Drop the guy who was our top goal scorer. You're mental. You're just trying to get balance in the team, aren't you? A bit concerning that Adamu has already been dropped. But then where do you put him on the bench, Michelle? I mean, you're thinking that Adamu isn't as good as Dies and Maeda, but you would have to then drop Dies and Maeda off the bench completely. And that would be a statement from Martin O'Neill. If, Adamu is going to come on for Big Tam. You know, the two of them are strikers. So I don't know how it's concerning that we've dropped him, but he's on the bench. Do you know? He is on the bench. Where's Iniacho? Away from the team as far as possible was shite. Let's face it, he's crap. Iniacho will be gone this summer. Yang is a headless chicken. Casper and goals will go for 3-2. Right, now that we have seen the scores on the doors, what is the scoreline prediction this afternoon? Right, I am going to go Celtic. I've no idea actually. Can we score 2? Celtic 2, Hibs 1 is my score line prediction. Going to Sevco next week with Schmeichel, Trusty and Scales. Don't. Gives me absolute scares. Don't. I'm going to have sleepless nights all week. Anyway, we have 12 games left and we lose one out of the season is unacceptable. 2-1 says Murphy. Liam Fisher says 3-1, 2-1. Glad to see the majority of the squad leaving the summer. I think a lot of us as well. 2-1, Calves. And he's having a little holiday. He's having a week. Calves. 5-1 Celtic. 2-1 Hibs, says James. Very negative. 2-2, 3-1, Casper -2, Casper -2. 2-1 says Stephen Kelly. 2-1 says Gareth. Sriracha's got an eye for goal. Yep. But Sriracha's on the bench. 2-1 Celtic. 3-1, 1-0 if we are lucky. 4-2. This will be no walkover today. 4-1, 3-0, 2-0, 4-2, 3-1, 2-2 with a clanger for Schmeichel when the season's done and dusted. 3-2, 2-0, 2-0, Hibs. It's at Celtic Park, so I'll take it as a Celtic win. 2-2, a lot of people are going for a draw. Hibs, 2 each. Casper cost us the game, a late goal. 2-1 Hibs. Casper's arms to officially turn to jelly in the 74th minute. 3-1 Celtic, 2-0. I have no idea about Rangers, mate, Stephen. I've no idea whatsoever. I don't watch them. 2-1, 96-minute winner. I can't do 96-minute winners on the watch-alongs. Make sure that you do go on to the watch-along. I'm going to double check, actually, because I think that the watch-along was suppressed. It was suppressed. Now there it came up by YouTube the other evening. I will put it on here so that if you aren't going to the game and you want to watch a grown man cry later on, pin that message. That is for the watch along. The watch along. Let's jump back into some of these scores. I can't do 96-minute winners, mate. I can't anymore. I've got 3/4 of a bottle of wine because I used some for cooking earlier. So 2-1 Celtic, 3-0 the Hoops, 1-1, 2-1 late winner. Curtin Hayden, 3-1 to Hibs, 2-1 2 each, I suspect. 3-0. Listen, Oxlade Chamberlain is quite emphatic and he's quite energetic about Celtic putting away these chances that they're getting. He's a player that can strike from distance. I think that we need to take as many chances as we can earlier on. Could this be the game if Oxlade Chamberlain makes it the massive difference in the game? And if he makes if he makes this squad tick, if he's what's been missing from the midfield, and if we do go, for instance, 1 or 2-0 up in the first half, it will be the first half in a long time ago. And a long time that Celtic have went into a game in front. I think we'd have to go back and look at some stats when the last time that Celtic went into a half time with a convincing lead. Has there been any times lately that we've went? No, has there? Anyway, 3-0 to Celtic, says Peter. 3-0, 4-1. 3-2 Hibs, 3-1 or 4-1 Baz. But we do need the goals. We'll look at the SPFL table. If I look at it on Google, when you look at the table, I mean, Motherwell got a fantastic result yesterday, as far as they're concerned. I mean, imagine being able to get rid of one of your most important players, sell them, and then still be able to maintain such a winning form. I mean, Motherwell have only drawn. I mean, the Motherwell have got the same stats as Celtic, to be honest. Over the, I don't know. They've won 4 and drawn 1. The Motherwell game's the massive test for us. I mean, I suspect that we should be able to beat Hibernian. And when it comes to the Motherwell game, I mean, we've got Rangers before that, and it's just does make it exciting. But what the must thing is Celtic must get 3 points today. That's a definite. And we need to score. We need to score goals. I've been saying it for long enough. You know, the goals for. You look at the goals for 27, 26, 22 Celtic, 27 Motherwell, 12 Hibernian, -4 Falkirk. There you go. Look at Livingston. Livingston are going to ship goals left, right, and centre today, aren't they? Livingston are going to just. They've got Rangers men in charge. It's going to be another 5-1. Don't know. They'll punt in. Guaranteed they put in 4 goals this afternoon. Guaranteed. They did the same at Kilmarnock when they played Kilmarnock with Rangers men in charge. Kilmarnock shipped in 5 goals. The goal tally gives me the fear. A lot of people are saying, look, it's not even going to come into play come the end of the season, but we'll wait and see how this game ends up today. Let me jump back into some more of the comments. 3-1 Celtic. Tony says 3-1 Celtic. 2-0. 3-0 the Hoops. 6-0 says Tony. Woo-hoo. That's a scoreline and a half. Give me that scoreline all day long. Jim says, with a bit of realism, we just need to win. Don't care as long as we get the win. 3-1 Celtic, says James Gunn. 3-0. 2 each or 3-2. A draw. If it is a draw, is the season over? That's the realistic question that you'll be looking at the end of the game today. And that is the question that hopefully this Celtic team do not get us asking at the end of the game today. There you go, Thomas. Big thank you, Baz. Watched the match at Vincent's Alicante. Fergus McCann CSC addressed on Google took us to an Irish salsa bar. It's good old Google taking you to the wrong bar. But good. That's good. The Alicante Fergus McCann Celtic Supporters Club. They're a fantastic little club, and I hope you enjoyed yourself there. It's a great wee bar, isn't it? It's a great wee bar. We've got the bar on one side. It's like an old school boozer. It's just a bit smaller. You've got the bar at one side, and then it's like the lounge at the other side. And the Celtic Supporters Club get the lounge. It's quite cool. But anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, mate. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. Oh, we have today's bet. What's up? Woof, we have today's bet. Just download that. Yang to score in 90 minutes. Tenecti to score. Tam the Czech to score. Benji to score. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain to score. I know nothing about betting, but I'll get that one up on the screen. For £5, Michelle's bet returns £237.88. £237.88. I've just lost my screens. Let me get that bet up on the screen just so you can show people. Bet aware and all that. And there is the bet. Yang to score. Sebastian Tenetti to score. Tam the Chet to score. Benji to score. Oxlade-Chamberlain to score. And full-time result. That's an interesting one, and it returns a good bit of cash. Where is it? It's gone. Anyway, we'll get rid of that. But it does return 290 odd quid. That's a good one. Hope you win today. That was Michelle's bet, by the way. 2-1 Celtic. Engels is badly missed. Carmack left alone in midfield trying to cover for the other 2 players. I don't think he'll have to cover for the other 2 players because Oxlade-Chamberlain, he'll not play pointy today. I think Oxlade-Chamberlain's way better than 11 million Arne Engels. So I think that there should be more balance in that midfield today more than anything. you would like to hope. Let me just do this. See if the team is up on that. It's not up on that as yet. Get a bit to that. 1-0 Celtic. Yang will have to win this on his own. 3-0. And a bottle of a bucky. Who cares about James Cotter? Who cares about that lot? There's no way is it going to be 1-1. Not a chance. Not a chance. That other game will be a high-scoring game. 3-1 says Danny Cassie. Scott says 3-0. Alison, sorry, says 3-0. I'm just reading. No, that's Scott's one. And Alison says 3-1. Yang and Thomas to score, says that. Just try to read some more of these. 4-2. I'm not even going to. I know the score will come live on the screen during the watch along today. It will have the other scoreline down there, and I don't really want to be looking at it too much, to be honest. I want to just concentrate on Celtic scoring as many goals as we can, because when you look at the league table, it's not a pretty sight, and especially since Hearts now have only 10 games to go. Hearts are on the home run. Don't know. Let's not be daft here. Hearts are sitting on 60 points. Rangers are on 55. We're on 54. We've got 2 games in hand, including today's game, and then we have the Aberdeen game to catch up. But we could drop points next week. Got me sick. Previous Hibs scores. November 2-1 Celtic. September 0-0. That's not right, because we got beat by Hibs in September this season. Anyway, thank goodness that's on the screen. 4-2 Celtic. Let's get that back up on this screen. It's 33 degrees at 9 p.m. It's brutal. Just sweating walking to the shop, says Liam. There you go. The one-armed bandit will cost us. Need to win at all costs. Yeah, we do need to win at all costs. Oh, don't be talking tennis ball stuff. Oh. Big Tam needs better service. Well, maybe that's why Oxlade-Chamberlain's starting, because it gives you better service for the midfield. And can he make the type of pass that will go? Big Tam needs better service all round. I mean, he needs better service from the wingers, not just the midfield. Kieran says today is a big day. They'll target Casper the way Stuttgart would, so they'll score 3-2. If Casper has a Casper game today, I might cry at this point. If Casper has a Casper game and he can't dive to the left, he's shite on his right, Casper Schmeichel needs to just retire. Is Ox match fit, says Stephen. Well, he spoke about it in the interview that he gave with Celtic, and he says that he's physically fit, but can he last 90 minutes? He has the physicality in him to last the 90 minutes, but it's the sharpness that you get from game time. So I reckon that he will be given 65 minutes. I reckon Oxlade-Chamberlain will come off in the 65 minutes. And I reckon that he's playing from the start so that Celtic can try and put away a couple of chances before he has to come off. Because let's face it, having to bring on Hitati or McCowan, that's the options that we have this afternoon. I can't wait to the summer Can't wait for a new manager to come in. I can't wait for the transfer window to begin again. Because that's the options. You either bring on Luke McCowan in the second half, or you bring on Rio Hitati. That's the two players that are on the bench for the midfielders. Oh, give me strength. I'm going to the pub next week, I think. Definitely. Can't suffer this. I mean, it's the game of all games next weekend, isn't it? And if we get humped on Thursday evening by Stuttgart, oh, yeah, I might go to the pub next Sunday. Not even want to think about next Sunday because Celtic have got a job to do today. Massive job to do today. And can Celtic ultimately get the win? Let's jump back into some of the scores. 4-0 with the Ox to get an early 2 goals. Believe that with all your heart, says the ball mate. Big Tam the Czech, hat trick today. The Ox to pull a hammy. Bet placed. Will win one day. Are the Green Brigade allowed back in? No idea. But Celtic chairman Brian Wilson, for any of you latecomers to the video this afternoon, Brian Wilson did meet with some Celtic fans outside the stadium. And I'm trying to just... The reporter that took the video, I'd have just walked up and stood with my camera. What the fuck are you going to do? I'm filming it. Fucking tough shit. Brian Wilson did speak with Celtic fans. Here is a still from the video of Brian Wilson speaking to the fans outside the ground today. It does look like Green Brigade and boys, guys that he is speaking to. So could this be the case? I mean, are the Green Brigade back in today? I have no idea. Celtic would have had to activate their tickets this morning or yesterday. Brian Wilson had been wanting to speak with the Green Brigade. Does look like some of the Green Brigade in the background, but it is what it is. So we have no idea if the Green Brigade are back in today. Let's see if this is updated. The teams, more than likely hasn't. And it's good that the other game is kicking off at the same time. Casper has a clause in his contract where he can't be dropped. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. Stephen says, Baz, some of the players were honking last week because people were saying it's a hat trick. A lot of negativity today. I'm not reading the negativity, so I'm kind of missing out on that. A lot of negativity today. Beat twice under Martin O'Neill. Yeah, but here's a thought. TM5268. We are not creating the... I mean, I know that Wilfred Nancy got sacked because he got beat, and Martin O'Neill's only been beat in a European game, really. But when you look at it, we're not creating as many chances as we did under Wilfred Nancy. We just couldn't put them away. But then again, we're defending a lot better. And I would play Sinisalo, Donovan, Trusty, Srirachi, Tierney, Bernardo, Benji, Chamberlain, Balawisha, Tam. Yeah, and that's why you would be an assistant under Wilfred Nancy, James. So many predicting the win. Where does that confidence come from? I think every Celtic fan goes into a game thinking that we're going to win. 4-1 Celtic. 4-1 Celtic. 3-1 to Hibs. Yeah, no, I'm not going to lower myself. Just jumping through some of these comments. Danny Cassie's coming in with the super chats. Benji will score, always does. 3-0. Celtic, just a coin. Livingston goalkeeper will be facing the back of the net with his shorts. Oh, 3-1 Celtic. Paul says 3-1 Celtic also. I'm reading a lot of positivity. I don't know whether somebody said there's a lot of negativity in the comments. I'm just. Hibs are 6-1. Thank you. 3-1 Celtic. Not a chance. Not a chance. Not a chance. Just jumping through some of these. Celtic up by 2-0 by half time. I think we could be. But then we could draw the game. 3-1. It's a good scoreline. Two goals in the first half. Hibs to score and then Celtic score late on to make it comfortable. Did I see Dyson getting off the team bus? He looks totally disinterested. Says Jim Lister. In the pre-match interview, Martin O'Neill conceded that Ox may not last the 90 minutes. Yeah, I don't think he's going to last 90 minutes. I think 60 minutes would be a good shout for Oxlade-Chamberlain. You got to remember, he's not had a pre-season. You know, he's been keeping fit, physically fit. But when it comes to match game time, you know, it's when he talks to match game time, you're just thinking, and he knows that he's not going to last it. Tony, super chat from Tony. 3-1 Celtic. Says Liam. Right, what time is it? Because I'm going to go and get some scran before the game today. I'm going to get a little bit of a feed. I'm going to just check that this screen is all up to date. That looks like the Hibs lineup is in also. Showing the truck driving legend is that's just come in with a super chat. Where's the comments? Showing the truck driving legend says, looks like Brian Wilson offering the fans a square goal. Anyway, my prediction is 2-0. The Ox and McGregor. After 5 seconds in the first. Would Schmeichel get cheered or booed? I have no idea if will Schmeichel get cheered or booed today. Let's hope he gets cheered. Let's hope that he does get cheered because you need him. Optimistic 2-1. 2-1, 97th minute. I can't do 97th minute winners. Scrape 2-1. Can we not just get a couple of goals up in the first half and then take Chamberlain off in the 60th minute? Chamberlain won't last 90 minutes, but if he gets 60 minutes, really good. Yes, exactly. My thoughts too. Goal in each half. Ooh. 2 Scotch pies. Never had a Scotch pie for ages, mate. No, it's a bit of chicken casserole that I made. A bit of chicken stew. Ian Kirkland suggests that a new keeper is needed. Yeah, I think we all know that a new keeper is needed. But we're not going to get one this. We have to wait till we get a new manager. All talk of players and nonsense like that needs to stop until we get a new manager in. Just check this. And I will put the watch along in the chat again. Make sure you join me on the watch along. Hopefully, we get a couple of weird cheers this afternoon. Celtic Ox to school our midfield on how to play attacking football, says Scotty Boy. I think that he could be the calming influence. I think that Oxlade-Chamberlain can be the calming influence in the Celtic team this afternoon. It'll allow Callum McGregor. I mean, the other team. Do you see? This is where it gets interesting because everyone has been targeting Callum McGregor and they've been man marking Callum McGregor. You've now got Oxlade-Chamberlain into the mix, and he's even better than Callum McGregor. So do you then man mark Callum McGregor, man mark Chamberlain? That takes two of your midfielders out the game completely, which then would allow the two wingers for Celtic this afternoon, Yang and Tenecti, to get a little bit more freedom, you would think. It would allow the fullbacks to get a little bit more freedom with Celtic as well. There's a lot of interesting permutations that could happen in the game today, and I think that it could be it will be an interesting game to watch. But ultimately, can Celtic win the game? Not dropping Casper will cost us today. I hope I'm wrong. Let's hope that we're all wrong. 100% sitting next to Callum offers protection. I think that it does. Anyway, right, I'm going to get some scran before the game kicks off. I will be back around about 10 minutes before the game starts. That is the watch along. Make sure that you jump onto that. And unfortunately, there will be no links for the watch along on the video today. So if you don't have a link and you're watching it at home, make sure that you jump onto Camel One Live if that has it. If not, just need to watch the watch along. On that note, have an absolutely fantastic day, Celtic fans. Just give us a couple of goals in the first half, big man. Please. Anyway, Connor Shields just coming in from Canada. He says, Mon Hoops in 6 point games today. I can't see the other game going the way that we would like it to go, Connor. But thank you for that. And have a fantastic day, Celtic fans, wherever you are. Come on, you boys and girls. Glasgow's green and white.